Hi, I'm Heather from Here Booktubes, and today is end of the year TBR / end of the year reading plans, videos, all of that. I don't feel like filming at all.
Literally, as soon as I finished filming this video, I was like, maybe I'm getting sick. And then the next day, I tested positive for strep, and now I'm on day 3, and my tonsil is even worse than it was each day prior. So things are not going well.
I have 12 books on my end of the year TBR, basically 3 per month for September, October, November, December, although I don't have to read them in those months, but you'll see I've kind of got some specific plans around. And then I have like a few other things. So I guess let's start with the content, okay? In the next 2 weeks, you will get the official Queen's Thief read-along announcement video, where we're going to read the Queen's Thief series by Megan Whalen Turner. Spoiler, I've only talked about like every 3 videos for the entire year, I feel like. That announcement is coming. We will be starting. That starts in September officially. And then also in the next 2 weeks, I will be doing a fantasy romance vlog where I read hopefully a lot of fantasy books while my kids are gone. So I'm looking forward to that. I have a lot of books for that I'm obviously not talking about in this video. Bear in mind that all these plans are fluid, baby. They can change at any point, honestly. If I don't feel like doing it, I won't, to be perfectly honest with you. As of right now, the plans for September, I don't have any specific reading plans unless the readathon that I hope gets announced, but it hasn't yet, so I don't know. October, I'm giving you my full paranormal romance TBR. So right now I have less than 50 books on my want to read shelf on Goodreads, and like 25 of them are paranormal romance. So it is out of control right now by a lot. So I plan on just giving you the full TBR. We'll see what happens with that. And then in November, I plan on giving you a updated fantasy TBR like I have the last couple of years, also a try a chapter, and also I plan on doing a vlog about finishing my pre-2024 TBR. So, by the way, this is my end of year spread, sneak peek on all the books that we'll be talking about. But my pre-2024 TBR, it's all right here. As you can see, I don't have too many left. How many? 1, 2, 3, 12 on my TBR. 3 of those are not out yet. 1 just came out on Tuesday. So doing good on that. And my 3 oldest are fantasies that I'm hoping to do in that fantasy vlog next week or so. But anyways, whatever is left on here by the beginning of November, I plan on finishing in 1 vlog. Oh, do you want to see my Thief read along spread as well? It looks good, doesn't it? It looks real good. Anyways, in December I plan on doing another try chapter, although I won't know a theme. If you would like to request a theme, I don't know why you would request it here in August, but you can percolate on it. Those are kind of my reading plans for the rest of the year. Obviously, I still have my 24 and 24. I still have my 33 for 33, because I'm 33 years old. So this is an update. This is 12 books that I want to read this year. Number 1 should come as no surprise to you, and that is Office Hours by Katrina Jackson. I am reading this in September. So help me God. So help me God. This is a horny contemporary romance. It's very sweet. It's just vibes. It's just steam. It's just a relationship between 2 professors at a university, and one is a Black woman and one is a Hispanic man. And I think that there is a lot of talk about burnout in academia, Black women in academia, all of that. And it is written by a Black professor. If you are unaware, Katrina Jackson is a professor. She is not a full-time writer. It's been on my TBR like actively like every month, I feel like, all year long. That stops here. September is the month. Then coming out in September is Embracing the Change, which is River Rain number 6, I want to say. Yes, River Rain number 6 by Kristen Ashley. You really shouldn't start with this. They are interconnected standalones, but they're very interconnected. So each book is about a different couple, but it's all one big found family that keeps expanding and, you know, not easy to jump into, I don't feel like. But these are two older main characters. They are very, very rich. Very, very rich. And he is actually a widower. He has lost a couple of wives, I believe. And so he just refuses to make a move on her, but they are like doing everything together without the benefits. I want to see them happy. I'm excited about it. Then I have How to Help a Hungry Werewolf by Charlotte Stein. This is a witch and a werewolf. I have an arc of this. It comes out, I think, October 1st. And it is like a bit of a second chance with them. I think that they kind of had a fight or were friends and then enemies, and he needs her help and she needs his help, and then they accidentally do a do or die mating bond. I'm pretty sure they have to have sex or like the heat will kill them. So that just seems fun, doesn't it? I think so. Then I have There Was Just Games. Who is this by? This has been on my TBR for a year. Joelle Wellington. Not officially, because it's not in my oldest TBR. I didn't put it on here before 2024, but in my mind, it's been on here since last Black-O-Ween, basically, when everyone read it. Black-O-Ween is a great readathon that is hosted by Bree at Locked Booktition. It is a month-long readathon in October, but it's specifically focused on reading more Black authors in the crime genre. So horror, thrillers, mysteries. You can have romance in there with romantic suspense and mafia, all sorts of stuff, you know, cozy mysteries, children's books, but the focus is on Black authors writing crime-related genres. So this is like a battle to the death competition for a bride for like an elite family. She specifically is fighting to get her Ivy League scholarship back, or Ivy League place back, because she's like the only Black kid at her school and gets in a fight and loses everything. So she goes in this competition to try to get it back. And I am very intrigued by the bride aspect of this. And I've heard nothing but fantastic things. I know that this is a little bit dark for YA, but because it is YA, I feel like it might stay in my comfort zone, which is tiny. So anyways, I know my local library has it, and I will absolutely be reading that for my Black-O-Ween TBR in October. Then Halloween related, I have Chase Me by Shayna Astor. This is a hide and seek at like an old asylum grounds, which is kind of problematic, won't lie to you, but it is primal chase, and there's like more than one guy, but I think one might be trying to kill her and she might be trying to seduce him into saving her. Really not sure based on the synopsis, but that's why I want to read it. It's a novella. And then I also have another novella that is The Invader, which is In the Dark #1 by Steli, Simeonova. This one, I cannot tell if it's paranormal or not. She had one wish, and it was to get fucked before she died, and she gets her wish. And I'm not really sure how that panned out, how that came to fruition. Those are my Halloween picks. And then I have Biased, which is by Jennifer L. Eberhardt. This I want to read specifically because of Megan at Meg with Books, whom I adore. I just love her channel so much. She read this, I want to say last December, and just raved about it. And it's literally about our biases that we have growing up in the society and kind of how to be aware of them and hopefully do better with them and, you know, cause less harm, hopefully even help would be the ideal. But just how everyone is biased and how like being aware of the lens that you are viewing life through is helpful when it comes to relating to other people and, again, not causing harm. So she said it was great. I really don't read much nonfiction these days, but I want to read this one. I feel like it's not going to be that long and it's not going to be that bad. It's 350 pages. So it's kind of that long, but nonetheless, we're going to try. Then I have Escorted by Claire Kent. This is a romance writer who is a virgin at 26 years old. She hires a male escort to fix that for her and then becomes one of his clients and then falls in love with him. But it's a romance, so you know, they fall in love together. I don't know if he continues sex work. I don't know what happens with that. I'm curious about it. Obviously, sex work can be handled very poorly, but I trust Claire Kent. I am a little worried that this is an older book, but nonetheless, we're gonna read it. Then I have A Fate of Wrath and Flame by K.A. Tucker. Robin at Paperbacks and Planners loves this series so much, and I started it specifically for her recommendation, and my library ebook was glitching and I just like could not read it. It is on Kindle Unlimited now, so I'm gonna give it another shot, and I just refuse to roll it to 2025. It's basically what happens. So this is a portal type fantasy. So where I was, we had like kind of read about the hero kind of seems like a vampire. I don't know that that's true. Honestly, memory, not great. Impression could have been wrong. Lots of variables in this equation. So we saw him, I think. Then we saw our main character and she was still in our world and she was like a thief and was in deep trouble. And then was gonna be dragged to the fantasy world. Not really sure. I know next to nothing, to be honest. Like, I didn't get very far because it did keep glitching. Then I have Back in the Saddle, which is Avenging Angels #2 by Kristen Ashley. This is coming out in December. This is the second gen of Rock Chick, and this is another one in the friend group. I think this is going to be ridiculously predictable and I'm gonna enjoy it. That's what I think. It's romantic suspense. Again, not where you would start with Kristen Ashley. You could probably start with book 1, but I don't know that I would. Then I have Stroke of Luck. Don't know who this is by, but Ray at Bookmark Chronicles told me to read it and I said, okay, I will. Did she tell me directly? No, because she doesn't care about me that much. But she did say it in a video and on Instagram. I will have you know, I didn't even have to see the video. I saw it on Instagram. She was like, read this. I was like, yes. Who is this by? Phoenix Collins. This is a Black billionaire and a exotic dancer. Not sure if she's dancer, stripper. I don't care either way. But, you know, Ray told me to read it. What more do you need? Again, she did not tell me. She told everybody, but I took it to heart. And then lastly, I have Stranded by Selena Winters. This is a longish novella, but it is a Christmas romance by a dark, I think, non-con Christmas romance. It might not even be romance. It might just be erotica. Don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't know anything about this author, but she finds out her boyfriend is cheating on her. She was supposed to go on a romantic vacation with him for Christmas, so she ends up going by herself and goes straight into this guy's lair and trap, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. Sounds like a good time to me to read about. Honestly, sounds quite cold in reality, and we all know I'm not into that. So that's it, I guess. Those are my reading plans for the end of the year. I know it feels a bit premature, a bit early to be doing end of the year TBRs, but we are in the second half of the year and I wanted to. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.